I thought I finished the stream. I don't know how much of that last few hours stream that you got, but I think it's after 6:30 now. And so that was probably 7 hours in total on the street, and I'm pretty bushed. This building here with the super low door is the one I was referring to earlier on. If you walk in there 3 steps down, you'll get to the 1700s level, and then another 6 steps, 5 steps down to the 1700s level. And I'll show you. I mean, all of these will have their ground floor, or their floor inside will be at least 4 foot below the level of my feet now. But I'll show you some houses. I don't think I'll get a great signal all the way out of town. Something to do with satellites. Today was pretty phenomenal, I have to say. Obviously, if you were watching and I kept breaking the stream, I do apologize for that. But on my end, it was showing like no likes, no viewers at all. The stream, the chat didn't seem to be moving, like it normally does with a certain number of viewers in it. So that was forcing me to cut the stream and start again. But I really hope that today was useful for you. I got joined by a guy called Prometheus, and he was phenomenal. He really knew his stuff. He saw my the banner and thought to join in. He was like, you needed, you were one-man army here. You needed some help, so he weighed in, and you might have seen me flick over to. I was engaged in some long conversations, but he was really challenging some French students to. And then I had the old policy officer come around. I was trying to think why that was, and there was a time when I lost my cool a bit, because that guy over there, I won't go and single him out, but that guy over there, he came to the phone. He was rude, he was proper rude, talking about stuff like, I don't even want to say it. But this is what you'll see a lot of in Canterbury. Windows. Not coal bunkers, but windows to downstairs bedrooms. Sometimes it's a well covered up job. Sometimes it looks like that, where it's just a drain to a downstairs, a water trap, dirt trap. That goes in 6 feet at least. One over here, this one over here. There's one over there, the metal one there. This one over here, you can see they put this is where they take their barrels in nowadays, but you can see there's actually a window sill there. Not a window sill, but the frame of the top of the window that's been wooded in. So Earth is flat. I think I just walked past the lodge. There's a lodge there. That's a news guy waiting for his moment to talk, I guess. Just waiting for your call. Just down here is the Freemasons Lodge. Not lodge, but their university. The lodge is down the street, but it's a museum. I went in there one time some years ago. The guys either were just low level, don't know anything, or they were just completely we're fobbing off with this surface information. I looked at they were part of the restoration project for the cathedral, which you still can't see the spires of, but the further away I go, of course, they'll emerge from the nest of houses. And they thanks. And they were proud of their involvement with the restoration program, and they had a piece of the stone, and I looked at the stone, and it looked like a slice of bread, really. How it's got a crustier bit, and then it's more aerated on the inside. Well, that's what to me, and I was like, bit suspicious, don't you think? Down there, if you walk along that little canal over the road here, I won't do it now, just because I'm exhausted. But through there is past that black car. I'll zoom in on it a bit. Past through that black car is a door that's so tiny a 5-foot person would have to bend to get into it. So as we walk, this is we're walking away from town, Canterbury town. As we walk away, we'll find that there are houses with increasingly shallowing lower floors. So like what I mean is that in some cases at the beginning here there will be like a whole floor, almost a whole floor under the ground, and then as you go up this hill, so it starts to decrease the depth of that. Anyway, I had a, let me pause a moment to say hello. Hey Mighty Adam, nice to see you, brother. You just finished tuned in. Oh, let me tell you, I had some classic encounters today, and not with them. I met one of them today, the policy enforcement. A guy had been very rude to me, so I did like give him a bit of a tongue lashing. I got a little bit annoyed. Hey Zell, hey, Conspiracy Music Hero, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you, Alex. I was actually singing some of your tunage today, and I even put one of your lines down. I can't remember right now. Hey Leighton, how you doing, man? Zell. Sydney 22 on Rumble, folks. Must watch. Okay. Anyway, I'm just hey Bearsworth. I had a brilliant day, let me tell you, Alex Michael. I had a brilliant day on the field. I had to break this stream up into, I think, 4 or 5 segments, an hour long, each of them. The last one was 2 hours. And because of data, not data issues, but just that the stream kept like flunking out somehow. It wasn't working right. So I had to restart it. But hopefully people don't mind, or they can watch an hour at a time. But it was one of the best days of continuous action, if you like, continuous conversation. But I thought I would film this walk out of town. There's old castle walls built by people with horse and cart, and of course the Canterbury Cathedral is magnificent. Actually, it's a real beauty. But here you are. This is really what I wanted to show you. See this? Alright, no worries. See this? It's all such a mess, Such a mess, but that's most of a floor. This is the floor level line here. That's submerged. But as we get up this hill, if my signal holds, then you will see, same here, you will see that there is a reducing or receding, there's a receding depth to the lower floor. And I forgot, my mind is frazzled. I forgot I was joined by an amazing flat earth lady who I'm so embarrassed I can't remember her YouTube name or her name. She was amazing. Got me a coffee, literally got me a coffee, not one of those ones that you can do online, although I wouldn't say no to one of those either. And even gave me a little smoke, which was nice. So, and she held the camera for me, and she even did some activism. So today was amazing. Today was absolutely amazing. In fact, now I think about it, I spoke to this lady. See that? I would call her of West Indian or Caribbean type descent, maybe African, but she had been having a shit day. Actually, she's a teacher or studying to be a teacher, and she's having a shit day, and she wants to. Also, she feels this feeling of like I should be on the land, and hearing me speak about these things today was such an empowering note or message for her, that she went away from the encounter gleaming, happier. Down there will be Down there will be basement, of course. Now we've got to wait for the train, or we can go down to the original ground floor level, which has been nice. Little checkerboard action there. And this one as well. Look, it's just so blocked up now, they don't even bother clearing it out. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm just pausing for the train. Now, I can't actually get far enough out onto the track. Let's see if I go over this way. Yeah, this Canterbury sort of entrance, I suppose. I'll go here. I'll be able to see the train approaching. Some young lady science girl gave me the example of the train moving and not feeling it and all that sort of thing. So come on, man. Hey Tony, nice to see you, man. Really nice. I got quite a bit of abuse today. Today was not like it wasn't an easy day at the office in that way. But at the same time, I spoke to some people that I touched today, you know, and connected with, and really made it feel worthwhile. Again, you know, even though a lot of people will just go, oh, that was all bullshit. You can go now. Trains disappearing into the distance down there. Trains disappearing into the hello, mate. Trains disappearing into the distance, converging, of course. There, as you can see, the window arches over there. And if I can get across here, I'm just going to go now. Yes, he's doing it. Down there is a space, but I don't know if it's got a window in it anymore. So, I don't need convincing that these weren't built like this on purpose. That this is an artifact of a repossession and a restoring of the masonry that we came into contact with when we returned to this land, or when entities were returned to this land. How's life in your part of the woods, guys? Are you doing all right? So I feel like a tool because I can't remember her name, but oh, damn, and she's a commenter on the videos. Has been for a long time. Double embarrassing. So, what do you think this probably could do with a little bit of yellow chalk before we leave town? Hold on a sec. Hold on a second. You know, like for a lot of people, this is a really tough journey. It doesn't come easy. Let's see, we'll turn this around. Oh, it's indigo. Oh, thank you. It was indigo day, so there you go. Let's get on and put some chalk on here. Oh, it's gonna make this quick. Alrighty, let's go. We can give you a little bit of a step back, and shame I put the H on the other side of that, eh? Anyway, that'll catch some people's attention. As you can see, because they're driving out of town here, they can't miss it. As you can see, the windows are now not as deep in the ground over there, even over there, not as deep in the ground. Many years ago, I had an office pal, a good friend of mine, and his mother had us stay over here in Canterbury with her for a few nights. She lived just a little bit up the way here, and also with a kitchen in a basement and a tiny little set of stairs to get up and out of the basement kitchen that she had. And so now the window is above there. Nice old door. So we're still doing the labyrinth opportunity for people to come and spend a couple of hours chatting about their shit, particularly if they know that the Earth is, the whole deception. We are obviously trying to help people work through their own trauma. In that case, let's go across here, film that. I'm frazzled, eh? I was 6 hours, maybe a bit more in the trenches today. It was quite a tough one. Great. It was great. Thanks, man. Hi, Dave. You have been very busy today, and it's love to you, Andrew, and family. Thanks, Bon. Yeah, very busy. Special memory of Canterbury on the Flat Earth tour, if you like. Call it that. As I said to Indigo earlier, and she said she'd been watching back in those days. But beginning of 2020 was the first time I took to the streets on my own, in a way. Like, we'd finished the Globe Light tour a month or two earlier, and I took to the streets on my own. In part because we were in a desperate way, because we had exhausted all our funds and our means of accommodation and so on and so forth. And I went out and did some street activism on the Saturday or the Sunday. We were about to become homeless the next day, and we'd obviously been without a home for a few months by then, but we'd been staying in my daughter's place for a week, where they were away on a ski tour. So we were going to go. We had nowhere to go. We woke up in the morning on the Sunday. Saturday, that's right, I think. The Saturday, I go out into the streets there, and those of you who were watching back then might remember I was the security. I went into a sort of somewhat private section of the town, which is like, private. I mean, owned by a corporation or whatever, and they shooed me off there, and that's where I met a lady called Mary, a flat earther, and her partner, Luke, were very kind to me. They offered us a place to stay for a week, 5 days. And in that time, we'd also put a request out to fellow flat earthers to throw us a bone, help us out. And believe it or not, we generated 400, 500, 600 pounds in the course of about a week. And all of a sudden, we were back in the game, It's like, wow, that changed things a bit for us. We were able to start, keeping our heads above water. Now, here you go. These places are, as I said, they're a little higher above they're coming up. The floor below is coming up, and you can see it here. This is almost identical to the one that could even be it. I'm not sure of the number anymore. But we don't look after them like we used to. And yeah, this is all getting shallower. So it does play into the idea of it all sort of more of it pooling into the down the hill kind of way. So it's getting shallower and shallower as you come up here. yeah, so I laid down a lot of content today, and I would heartily recommend watching it. If you can share some of it, that would be even better. I am still, unfortunately, in that place where we need to support from this community to see us through. We need support from this community at the moment. So, well, the growth of this channel is the only thing I have. I'm not on any of the other. I said to Alex Michael in a comment, actually, I went on, someone invited me, thanks for the invite, whoever it was, but someone invited me onto Discord. I went on there in 2019 after the Globe Light Tour, but I don't have time for this, and you know how it is, you can end up arguing around the houses forever with people, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time for a meeting of the Globe Earth Society. So I went on it in 2019. I had avoided it before then, and then after the Globe Light Tour, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll pop my head on, but really, it just wasn't right for me. And then so someone sends me an invitation to Flat Earth 24/7, and I go on there and I say, hey, this is not who I am, but this is what's happened to us. We've been traumatized and blah blah blah, and I can help. And I got swarmed by these vicious little basement dwellers who have nothing better to do than be. They've lost kind of sense. They see this, and no one's building like that on purpose. So newer houses here replace the ones that were before. I think it could be an older one with a basement. But so I don't have any other platforms at all. This is it, YouTube, and truthfully, it's not that large to sustain like one person, let alone 3 or 4, and so it could do with being a little bit broader, a little bit wider. So if you hello man.
Do you know the Sainsbury's is?
Yes, yeah, just keep going down for, I'd say, 500 meters.
Okay, cool.
So you'll go past the train lines, and then another 50, 100 meters.
Okay, cool. Okay.
All right. Oh, there's a good smell of green there. Now, saying in Indigo, we're having a drought at the moment, obviously due to a constriction on funds. Hey, I had some really good interactions today with some people, and I really found them quite rewarding. I had some less good experience today with people. They were less rewarding. So, just all in all, it was a worthwhile day. Meeting Indigo, and obviously Prometheus, the name he gave himself, Prometheus, us. So it was a good day, and I hope to be in Brighton on the weekend or Friday. I'm hoping I can entice Squirrel Sniper into the field, even if not to talk, but to hold the back line there, because it can be a little bit full on, and it's good fun. So that's that. I just wanted to make this short one. Hey, Squirrel, there you are. Yeah. So don't be catch me Friday, Dave. You got you covered. Thanks, brother. And well, I was a little bit like curt with a woman on the Christian Cross earlier, and I'm kind of slightly regretting that, because I had, I was getting, I needed a tea break, to be honest with you, or a smoke break. I needed that. I needed a little bit of time out, but I was a little bit kind of curt with her. The way the police guy came and spoke to me about, I think that has to do with that guy saying all sorts of nasty stuff about, oh, this guy has been touching me in my butt or something, something like that. You know, it was like, oh man, and he kept coming back about it, you know. But yeah, I heard some really. And I love these university towns. I think they are full of youngsters who are asking questions, and some of them hate the reality being challenged. Oh, my body is a little bit tired. I'm gonna try and catch a Friday. Yeah. Trinity Boy was quite a day of actors, and so much respect for Trinity 4. How did me say that to me? I think my wife must be, or my son must be hacking me. So, but yeah, I mean, just to keep this short, I've got to drive. I don't have a way of holding the phone and driving at the same time. And anyway, I've laid enough good content. You don't need to hear me talking. I love good content, people talking, sharing their stuff. One girl's like, you know, gravity's a force, and then the next science teacher comes on, gravity's not a force. I'm like, well, this lady's next to you said it is a force. Oh, but that's what we're taught when we're young. And oh my gosh, it was good fun. It was actually good fun. I got a bit of a headache. I didn't carry enough water with me today. The sun was on me for quite a bit of the time. Who is it? Hawthorne. If you're listening, hook up with us in. Hopefully, you can hook up with us in Brighton. So, and if anyone else is in Brighton, I think I'm not sure if it's going to be Friday or Saturday. And Squirrel, if you can't do one of those 2 days, just let me know, because I would love to do it. Not that I need someone to. It's just nice to have company, you know, and even if you don't want to get involved in the to and fro, you know, because it can be a bit triggering. But I enjoyed the test. Like today, I got a little bit triggered by that guy. I did, and you know, it's for my own learning. And that woman who was like, no, I didn't get triggered by her. The woman who was shouting out the window. I actually was happy to you know, pipe it down a bit. I didn't realize people might be writing an exam, but what I refuse to be is to you know, all the swearing that was at me and oh fuck you, this, I don't know, it's like, no, you don't get to talk to me like that and then expect me to kind of listen to you. Like that bloody policy officer who gave us crap at coming out of the mud on the other day in Western Supermare. ZZ wanted to go deep in, you know, towards the tide, and the bloody flashing lights and all that bullshit frightened the hell out of him, man. Anyway, a day of duality. Thanks, Bon. You know, it's tough to be civil when you're surrounded by spiraling, and yeah. Singe man, hey man, I saw you in Beth's thing last night, but you maybe didn't see my comment. I was saying hi, hey Beth, Singe man. I was saying hi. I enjoyed that guy's conversation on thing, but then when he said, oh, what difference does it make, the earth being flat and all that, it's like, okay, you've just poisoned the well. That guy was in the chat insulting you about me. Should I bring aboard a triggered? Yeah, bring aboard a triggered, and then just pop it out every now and again and go, you're triggered. Like that guy, he was triggered, and I think that if Andrea is what she's talking about, the same guy, he was in chat talking, you know, and telling me. I saw him and his mate coming out of a pub with a beer on my way out, and it's just not worth it to, you know, when you're talking to the, you know, people who are not gonna, you know, want to see that. I mean, I think he may have conceded one or two things. I can't remember if that was the same guy. But you know how it is when someone's calling out your belief system, your religion, and you get ugly. And that's how people play, ugly. So I'm rising above that, you know. I'm using buoyancy to float above that. And he can keep his gravity and stay down in the dark if he wants to. Okay, Singe. It's best to ask any psychotic government why. This is always best to ask why. When under any conflict, the last thing you should do is defend yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had a good day today, and I'll let you guys go back and watch some of it if you want to. I got a 50-minute drive back to the crew, and like I said, end of the week, Brighton, and possibly, weather permitting and everything working to plan, Sunday, Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park. So if you can get there, try get there.